and it holds more water than them just listening to words. And I feel it's just beautiful to have such a reception.
As we continue to pay tribute to the fallen hero, Gloria Bosman, I mean, she lived and breathed music. She loved being on stage. In fact, her last performance was on Sunday, where she honored the late jazz bassist Lulama Gaulana at the Guild Theatre. Now, that's renowned jazz artist Gloria Bosman, who died earlier this week, and she was 50 years old. And to help us pay tribute to this powerhouse, we're now joined via Zoom by Visual Storyteller and as well as jazz and documentary photographer Siphiwe Mhlambi. Siphiwe, very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning to you, my brother.
None of this makes sense. I mean, she was as fit as a fiddle, and nobody would have thought that, we are seeing her for the last time. But I guess it is what it is. And we're still trying to come to terms with her death. Just take us back to when you first, Gloria Bosman, what was happening at the time?
Well, I think I'm one of the few fortunate people to have met Gloria in the early stages of her career. I met her, I think, 1993. And at the time when I met her, I was actually surprised to see someone like her, a group of people that were performing on stage. It was at the Market Theatre, 1993. It was the divas of song. You can name every diva that was around at the time. Your Dorothy Davis, your Abigail Kubega, Dorothy Masuka, Sophie Mqena, all of those. And then Gloria happened to be in that line. And I remember Jennifer Ferguson was just next to her, trying to mold her up. But she sang like she's been around for that long. And I think at the time she was in her 20s, early 20s, if not maybe 21, 22. But that's the time when I met her, and then we went through the journey. And I sort of made a commitment that I want to grow with this person. I want to discover her more. I want to see what she's got to offer as she progresses. And along the way, then we met. I ended up joining Sheer Sound as their photographer, and this was Damon and Robert. Gloria was in that stable as well. They had Paul Hanma, they had Zimwana, they had Louis Mhlanga, they had all of these giants, and Gloria was still fitting in that. And I was imagining myself, this lady is so tiny and she's so small, but her voice does not discriminate, will put her forward, and she maintained that throughout her career.
And I suppose it's that voice that stands out. I mean, so many people, everybody was just, commenting about her vocal versatility, the fact that she could transition to so many different notes with so much ease. So what was it about her voice that made us cut above the rest and stand out?
I think, when you discover something, even talent, when you're so young.
Yeah.
It gives you time to mold it and to grow with it. Same as me. I mean, I discovered my photography very young. But then I was also fortunate to choose my subjects very well. You know, when you have a talent and you know what you use it for. So for me, it was just to reflect. It was almost a give and take between myself and Gloria. We were in the same space as creatives, but in different genres. So we merged, we complemented each other, and then we grew. I mean, up to this day, performance she has, I was there. So you can imagine all that 30 years span that we've been growing together. I witnessed so much. I mean, she was probably one of the best singers. Vocal capability was second to none. She could fit in any stage. She could fit on a small stage, I mean, even conversations. I mean, she knew that the topics, the issues that we had in the industry, and she will voice them out. She was not afraid of anybody to say, no, you can say that, you can't say that. She could speak her mind anytime.
I quite loved, the kind of friendship and partnership that you two had. I mean, she had a great sense of humor. Now, do share with us how she could tease you to tears.
Okay. I think Gloria was intimidating. Her posture, her Rama. When you look at her, she's very intimidating.
Oh, yes.
But she's the softest person ever. She'll give you that hug, and then you're ready to release, and she's still holding on to it. And that person shows you that warmth. Because, man, I mean what I'm doing, and I mean what I say. When I say you are here, it means you are here. And I know everybody else was around. I mean, she was loved by lots of people. This one case, I think around 2000, we were at the baseline, and I know there was a little of confrontation. People were not paying attention. in listening to because I mean, I can understand it's a bar where everybody can socialize and all of that.
Yeah.
But she commanded her respect. With guys, I'm here to give. Give you, but if you're not listening and all that, and she got it right. Some people would probably be upset about that, but she had a way of dealing with people,
right?
Because she respected her craft that much. Yeah.
You know, Siphiwe, if I were to ask you which one of her performances was your favorite, that would be a very unfair question because all of her performances were just fireworks. I mean, all the concerts I've been were just absolute fireworks. But I'm sure there are some memorable performances which stood out for you. What are some of those?
Well, I've got lots, but I think the very last one when she was at Joy of Jazz with the South African Songbook with Wynton Marsalis. She had the late Spongile Khumalo on that lineup. You know, she had Melanie from Cape Town. She had, there was Concord Nkabinde there. I think that performance, she gave us something that we did not understand. I sort of figured, I was with her backstage. And, you know, when she transformed from the person that you were just talking to backstage, and then she's on stage, now she lit up that room, she became a different person. I thought, oh, was that the same person I had a conversation with? But that's how she transforms. That's how she takes her career serious. Well, that one I could say was my best so far, because that was the last one I saw her in that space, in that mega space.
Sure. So how would you think she would like to be remembered? Obviously as one of the greatest jazz icons, but just in hindsight, how do you think she wanted to be remembered?
Well, she played a role, and she took a baton from the greats that were before her, and she ran with it. And what I also loved about, she loved teaching. You know, and that also one of the last moments that I had with her when she was giving a workshop at Joburg Theatre with Billy Munama. And I know that she would want people to carry on with that commitment of putting South Africa in a good map as far as music is concerned. And also on my part, I made a commitment that I will preserve her legacy and I will carry on highlighting some of the best works in my images that I publish. And that's a commitment we made. But I don't think we will ever forget about Gloria for as long as we are around.
Yeah. You know, Siphiwe, I'm quite triggered by her very last words, just hours before she died. And we're going to quote her verbatim. She said that artists should never forget what made them decide to be musicians. That, for me, is very profound, eh?
Oh, yes. And hence I'm saying she stayed her course. She could never compromise anything else. If there was an issue with a promoter, she will address it. You know, Gloria was not a person that will just paint everything with the same brush. She will address issues as they come, individually as they are. So she was also pushing other artists to have the same commitment. I mean, she recently been appointed at Sambro as one of the board members.
Yes, yes.
And that is a commitment of a person to do better every day. The older she got, I mean, I could see her getting to that level of you know, about Dorothy Masuka, because she had it. She had that thing of a legend, you know. She was a young legend because she started very young and she was molded by them. So I don't think she would compromise that because she felt very committed to it. I will never forget Gloria.
Yeah. All right, Siphiwe, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and recollections of the memories and the legacy that has been earmarked by Gloria Bosman. We do appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, that was visual storyteller, jazz and documentary photographer Siphiwe Mhlambi helping us pay tribute to renowned jazz singer Gloria Bosman, who passed away earlier this week.
So that no one can see you in my tears. So who's moya when Dr. Salalene who's moya.